Okay, guys, we're going to talk the craziness in Virginia and this staged white supremacist rally that Democrat operatives put on to try to hurt Glenn Youngkin, the Republican running for governor of the state. So let me get this straight. Democrat operatives in Virginia are so genuinely concerned about the grave threat of white supremacy that they think it's perfectly okay to orchestrate an outright hoax featuring white supremacists. I mean, think about that for a second. That's the state of today's Democrat Party, okay? You would think that maybe they would have learned, right? You saw the Ralph Nordstrom blackface stuff. You would think that maybe they would have learned that maybe this isn't a good idea. And yet it didn't stop a bunch of young Democrat Virginia operatives from showing up and pretending that they were white supremacists in support of the Republican there. How sick can you get? How depraved can you get? They actually had an African-American gentleman show up with them who's apparently also a Democrat operative. I mean, Dave Chappelle did a skit about this kind of insanity. That's how stupid these people are, but that's how sick and evil they also are. Again, you would think with all of their practice doing racist, blackface stuff, Virginia Democrats would do a better job instructing their Democrat operatives on how to be a piece of crap racist. The media was outraged that these people would show up in support of the Republican. Now they're strangely silent. They've gone silent. The Lincoln Project, run by, Confederates like Rick Wilson. Now they're claiming credit for this thing, not the Democrats, but they're big donors to Terry McAuliffe, the Democrat running, who would be the beneficiary of this smear campaign. So they're essentially one and the same. Again, it wouldn't surprise me at all that a piece of garbage like Rick Wilson would stage a white supremacist event to try to hurt a political opponent. That's because he's a piece of crap. We've all seen this. The Pedo Project is trying to take credit for it, but again, they're a big donor to the McAuliffe campaign. They'll do anything to try to hurt reasonable Republicans. So it shouldn't surprise us that they take credit for it, like all terrorist organizations take credit for something in the end. But don't let them take the hit. These are all Democrat operatives. The people in the pictures have been outed. Okay? They all work in Virginia Democrat politics. Their social media pages are being scrubbed and they're blocking access to it. So these are political people that have used their social media and weaponized it and been out there. Now they're making their pages private because they know they've been caught in a lie. Okay? Terry McAuliffe's comms guy, Renzo Olivieri, he had to do an apology thing because of racist tweets that he had in the past the other day. So these are the Democrats. These are the people that want to be the moral authority. Okay, of course, other famous idiots like Eric Swalwell get on the hoax, but of course he gets in on it. He says birds of a feather in a Twitter thing. But remember, he's the guy that fell for the Russia hoax. He got duped by a Russian honeypot spy. Shocking that he fell for yet another hoax. Again, Eric Swalwell is a tool. He's just not the sharpest tool in the shed. Okay, so Elizabeth Holmes apparently put out the picture of the white supremacists in front of the bus, even though one of them happened to be a black guy. So again, Dave Chappelle did a skit about this sort of stuff. I know he's in the process of being canceled, but if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's one of the greatest of all time. But this is what they do. So Elizabeth Holmes puts out this picture. We should know who sent her this picture. Right? We should find out, because if they're doing this and it's the start of a hoax that creates an outrage cycle, but it was all set up by Democrat operatives, we should know that. Now, it's already pretty obvious, but they're all pretending like this is something genuine. Okay? They're all pretending that this is real. Now, again, the Lincoln Project will claim the white supremacist hoax, but why were Democrat operatives, young Democrat staffers, all involved? Why are they scrubbing their social media and going dark? We should know these things, okay? If you look on my Twitter, you'll see I put up a thread. This is who they are, okay? Going through each one of the people, okay? There's all people that are young VA Democrats, group of political actors, but they're Democrats doing all of these things. If you look there, you could see their names, you could see the photos of them in the picture matched up to their social media pages, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. They had no problem trying to smear someone as a racist, even though they themselves were acting as racist in the process. Okay? And it's disgusting. Again, take a look at my Twitter, read the thread, go through, you'll see the picture, one next to the other, one next to the other, and it never ends. This is disgusting. This is how sick these people are, okay? They're staging white supremacist hoax. It's like you can get away with it, right? Like Jesse Smollett. No problem. We can do this stuff because the media will carry my narrative. No one's going to do the counter check. No one's going to call me out because you'll get canceled if you do. So we'll do what we can to get hurt. And when we get caught, guess what? It doesn't matter because no one's going to report on it. So go check out that Twitter page. I'll maybe put some screenshots in on here on the side. Let's make these people famous. You know what they'd do if the shoe was on the other foot. You know the outrage would be never ending if a Republican tried to stage something like this. Let's make these people famous. Let's make sure that this place and this crap has no business in our future and our political discourse because it's sick, it's depraved, and it's disgusting, just like Democrat policy these days.